In a recent Daily Show interview, the owner of the LA Times, Patrick Soon-Young, announced that he's going to take the LA Times public. Now, he's going to do this with a new entity, rolling in a few of his other businesses into this portfolio to raise capital. Now, he might be doing this for a few different reasons. One might just be to raise capital and invest in growth. Another reason could be that he wants to reduce his risk and overall exposure. He bought the LA Times and the San Diego Tribune and other community newspapers for about $500 million in 2018, and the company, the LA Times, is losing $30 to $40 million a year, and recently, January of this year, laid off about 115 of its employees. So maybe he's just planning for future losses. This could also be to push his narrative of democratizing the media. So bringing in the public and having them be stakeholders and really pushing that forward. That could be another reason. The motive behind it isn't quite clear, but what I find most interesting is that they're not going through the traditional IPO. They're going through what we call a mini-IPO, which is a Regulation A. Now, this allows two different tiers of investment. Tier 1 is up to $20 million. Tier 2 is up to $75 million. These tiers do require financial disclosures and a number of other forms, Form 1A, to be filed with the SEC. So we're not looking at the traditional, or the SPAC is what we did in 2020 and 2021. So this will be an entity that is vetted by the SEC and public filings. Now, another very interesting part about this announcement is that Regulation A does allow for testing the waters. So this announcement and all the articles that came out after it on Thomson Reuters, on LA Times, and other publications, this could be a way for them to gauge interest on investment. Now, they can't offer anything, they can't offer any securities, they can't accept any money, they can't do anything for amount of time after they file and get approval for the SEC. But what this does is allow them to see, hey, do people even want to invest in this? Should we incur all the fees to move forward? Now, we'll see what happens here, but my guess is that they will probably join the ranks of the New York Times, which is publicly listed. They'll get an infusion of capital. He'll probably still hold a majority of the ownership and probably push forward along the same lines that he already has. Now he's just got public's money. So we'll see how this plays out, and we'll keep a close eye on it.